Ah, I should have played bishop h4. What am I doing? Bishop h4 is winning on the spot. Maybe we're getting a second chance, but now he's getting rook b6 in. This is terrible. Terrible. Okay, I hope we're getting a second chance. Nice. He's just giving it up. Is it so difficult for him to avoid it? I mean, he could move his queen. Then bishop h4 and moves rook away. Anywhere. Down the second rank. But yeah, there will be moves like rook a8. It's by no means easy for him to defend this. So, we... sometimes the Grunwald can turn into King's Indian. So we're getting another Grunwald here. In this move order, I think we should go with knight e4. Right? Yeah, I thought this is the way to go. We take on g5, then we have moves like e6, winning like the material. Yeah, this is a very strategic way of playing it for white. I'm not sure how we should proceed from here onwards. Okay, let's start with a move like bishop f5 to prevent bishop d3 for the moment. But he's going for it anyways. Yeah, still difficult. Okay, I think the opening of the a5 favors us. Okay, c5. Then there's knight takes d5. Knight b6 is an option. Okay, let's start with knight b6. We can go knight c4 here. Then he goes knight d2. So perhaps a move like queen d6 is just more logical. So now we are intending c5. He's avoiding it. So we have to take back with a pawn. I mean, it wasn't forced, but most logical. And now he's trying to maneuver his knight over there. We have rook a8 here. To make things difficult for him. Yeah, he can cover everything like this. Now we have knight c2. So we have a trick here. He cannot go knight c5 because then we take on a1 and then we also have queen takes c5. Also queen b4 can be tough to deal with. So of course we have this big weakness on c6, but as long as we can remain active, then it's okay. This looks like a good move. So he just found a tactical solution. But okay, let's take here. Take in b2 and go with c5. Nice. Okay, we have to play this move now. Yeah, just check us on b8. That's very strange. Does he go for f4? Ooh, he's playing it so risky. Okay, f5. But f5 is unnecessary. So I want to play it for the win here. I feel like there should be some chances. Once we get our king here. f4 will be met by g5. And we will have so many tempi here. I think we may be winning here, in fact. Just g5, I feel like. This looks lost. So we have king a4, and this is just how you want to play this endgame. He's running out of moves quickly. And the d4 pawn will be lost. So that's why you just don't mindlessly push your pawns. We have a waiting move with h6, locking everything down. King c4 is coming next. I mean, we can even take at this point. He's losing everything. Okay, just h3. And the pawn is queening. Yeah, there are no stalemates. That was I think some good technique. He could have easily avoided this, of course, if he just what he should have done is, instead of g4, maybe even king d7 is already a mistake by us, because we could also play king f8 and then king d6 and we're faster to the queen side. But what this endgame is all about is getting control over this square. If he managed to get to c4, then he's in so much danger of getting tempoed out. And for him, he could apply the same idea and try to go for this square. But what I think should be possible for him is that he can make a draw, for instance, by shuffling between these squares or these two squares. And wouldn't e4 be more ideal than c4? Which good to see here again by Moss. So rather than c4, I mean, that's a long time ago, right? c4 plus plays in the opening, of course, but I'm not sure which moment you mean. Yeah, that's a good question, indeed. Yeah, but the thing is that the e4 square, for instance, can be easily blocked by f3. So what could happen is we could get an endgame like this. Okay, let's say that he tries to play it actively with g4. I play king d6. And he's going to go for this square. So I play king c4. And after king f4, the idea is f6. But perhaps he can now play g5. So maybe I already made a mistake here. But there is a very important, another important detail here. And that is we can also lock things down with g5. So g4 can just be answered by g5. And there's just no way to entry for him, because whenever he goes for, I mean, these two squares are covered. Whenever he goes for f4, we can lock things down with f6. When he goes for a move like h4, we always have h6, and just no way for white to break things. And now it will all be about the c4 square in the end. But the question is whether a position like this can be winning for black. I don't think it can. But because now you may reach a position like this, and this is just a draw. So I think you should have played it like this. We would be one square earlier to the king side, to the queen side rather. But this will just be a draw. And the only thing that we might get some chances if we are the ones deciding the tempos on the other side of the board. So perhaps a move like g5 here, and let's say that we are doing the same things. So this is very elementary here, very. So let's say that we reach this position. I think this position is a win for black, because we are having two more moves, two more spare moves, is what you call this in an endgame like this. We can play both f6 and h6, and he has to move f3 here as a resource. But that's just only one move, and we have two waiting moves. And okay, let's say he goes, we go for f6, he goes for f3, we go for h6. So we've used all our waiting moves. If he goes king c3, then we go king a4, which is winning. Because after king d3, then king b4, and we will reach the c4. And whenever you reach c4, then it's always a win. No matter if the king is here or here. As long as the other side is fixed down, you will eventually gobble out this pawn on d4. And also if he goes for king a3, of course, then king c4. This is a position what's called mutual zugzwang. If it's for after h6. If it's black to move, then it's just a draw. And if it's white to move, then white loses. So yeah, pawn in this can be incredibly tricky. Yeah, I really liked that endgame. I think, yeah, he tried to go for fancy play on the other side of the board, but he didn't recognize that the outside pause pawn was what mattered the most there. Oh, I want to go d5 there. Hey Lily, thank you. Yeah, things are going alright today. I didn't read the Dvorsky endgame manual. I did read one of its other books. I think it was, is it called the Analytical Manual or something? Well, that material in there is just so difficult. But yeah, his endgame manual also, people are, I think people are saying that is great. So we're threatening b takes c4 here. Ooh, this is a very strange way of playing by white. Both knight takes c5 and d takes c5. We are just enjoying an extra center pawn here. So unless there's some direct knight d4, yeah, this is the only way for him to create some, take advantage of the situation. So yeah, unfortunately we are forced to give up our bishop here. So let's see if he's going to do that. Yeah, this is the smart play. But we can go b4 here. And we are still enjoying the extra center pawn. Also d5, and this bishop may run into some danger here. So let's go d5. So this way we avoid him from retreating. Now there's queen b6 as a possibility. Then there's still knight d4, but there's rook fc8. So the question is whether we should go queen d6 or queen b6 here. I think I like queen b6 best. And now knight d4 runs into rook fc8, and bishop b5. There always is a move like e5. Unless then still he may be fine after knight f5. But yeah, he's not willing to go for those complications. But this has to be an excellent position. Okay, let's first try to exchange one pair of rooks. Now queen a6. Perhaps, or just rook a4. Okay, also knight e4. Threatening knight d2. Okay, the one thing that we have to worry about is the move a3. Now we have knight c5, for instance. Then maybe queen c2 and he's still alright. But then we have queen a6. Yeah, I like this. So queen c2 runs into queen a6, and there's no other queen move left. So after queen e6, I feel like he should lose material, at least one pawn. So the good thing of this move is it also overprotects the rook on c8. This is a good idea, because he introduces queen b2 now, but we always have bishop f8 as a reply, so no need to worry about that. Maybe knight d7, maybe a threat as well. Now just knight takes a4, knight c3. Doing well here. Perhaps knight e4 may have been even stronger. Could have been a missed opportunity there. Knight c3 is not possible for the moment. Okay, let's return to c5. Threatened queen takes c2. Also knight e4. I don't think moves like rook takes d4 are working for him here. Okay, now just bishop f6. It's looking good. This knight is also hanging, so what's he even thinking about? I mean, queen e2 feels like the only move. Then there's knight e4. His queen has to retreat. He's of course, this is a good alternative. Okay, do we want to go with queen c4 here? That is... Then maybe... Okay, let's start with knight e4. Can we play it safe with knight f6 here first? Otherwise there was knight h5. Okay, let's start h6 first here. This may not be ideal, but we still have rook c4. Also rook c2 may have been even better. Oh, I'm just getting so long time. It's getting unnecessarily messy. Rook c2 is a threat. Also d4. Oh no! What am I doing? Spoiling it all. Damn, yeah, rook c2, and it feels like you're doing so well here. Yeah, one mouse slip can, can be enough to spoil it all. Just rook c4, completely dominating here. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Okay, dude. Okay, let's try to play it like this. E4. If he moves away his knight, then we go bishop e3. Is he playing it like this instead? We are having our bishop on a great spot here on c3. I feel like knight b5 comes to consideration, intending to go to d6. Maybe it's just not much, but I feel like this is a little bit easier to play for white. Even after move like queen b6, now he has to be careful about this square as well. I mean, a move like knight, bishop takes e6 would be positional suicide. e5 comes to mind here. Because knight c4 now runs into b5, so that's not ideal. e5 also not ideal, clearly, because now rook fd8 and you can put more pressure on the knight. But I hope that with rook c1 we can achieve the same thing. So also bishop d3 perhaps, trying to eye at h7. Yeah, it feels like a comfortable position here. But it's also not easy for us to make progress. Okay, a4 is a possibility here. Because b4 runs into bishop takes b4 and we are making use of this pin. So perhaps b takes a4 is a move because we cannot take back because of knight takes e5 yet. But I don't think we should be scared about that move. Okay, now let's start with taking on b5. Queen b3 is a possibility here. Oh, we can also just take, if that's possible. But then he will take on e5. Very difficult. Bishop takes b5. I don't think that's working out. But queen b3 does b4, also not ideal. Yeah, not sure. Okay, but we have to do something. Maybe you should start with knight c4 instead. Yeah, let's start with this move. It's getting dangerous. Perhaps moves like queen b8 may pick up material here for him. That could easily be the case. Yeah, it's going for it. Very smart. Very smart. Okay, but we still have bishop d4. Hey, Padella. So hopefully we can get some kind of knight takes f7 work. Yeah, good to see you back here. I was also on a break. Hadn't been streaming for over a week, but yeah, I was back. I returned yesterday. Knight c4, then it's knight takes d4, f4. Yeah, it's just way too risky. This is a good move. What he just played. Perhaps we should go f4 anyways. It's incredibly risky because he can take and then put up some kind of pin. But I don't think he can increase the pressure any further than that. Ah, this is also a possibility. Okay, what happens after this move? Can take on d5, but then we no. This is working because we have this move. Ooh, it's not working. I thought it was working, but it isn't. Yeah, this is not ideal. Ooh, also losing this pawn. Yeah, we once again have to resort to making things messy. Queen f4. Maybe 5. Queen d3. No, I shouldn't take. I should take my rook. Yeah. Otherwise, we would have lost immediately. Okay, we're threatening to win. He spots it all. He spots it all. Oh no. What? Such a mess. No, man. What is happening today? Things are so close. Ay. Yeah, that is... Rook takes c3 is just ridiculous. But he got rewarded for it. Yeah, we should have put a king to d4, so what happened even? Oh man, let's forget about that one. Okay, I'm playing a terrible move order here. Okay, let's try to cause the queen side ourselves as well. Can go for g4, yeah. Ooh, this is very fancy. I don't think he can sacrifice g4. What is this? I mean, he can, but whether it's good, that's a different matter. Even exchanging like this, very surprising. Oh. Okay, let's start with queen a5. Hey, me machine. So it's getting busy here. Good to see all of you. We're getting those people involved here. Yeah, what is he doing indeed? He's down a pawn. I mean, this pawn is weak, but once we achieve to cast the queen side as well, it feels like current composition where we have an extra pawn compared to normal positions. So, do we play f6 here? Okay, let's start with f6. I mean, now this pawn is the only issue. So he still has compensation. It's by no means easy to play for black. We can try to keep things under control like this. Okay, now he is giving up this square. He may be even forced to accept the trade of queens. Yeah, or he goes for this instead. Okay, now can we set up a queen trap here? Can start with h6 or h5. It's very risky. Because then also, he's moved like these. He has moved like d6 there. But okay, let's go for it anyways. We just straight up falling for it. It's not even thinking, just automatically making move d takes c6. Okay. Do we go for king? I mean, we can even take. Right? His queen is not going anywhere. Yeah, and here I'm just going to sacrifice back my own queen, but we got a piece in return. It's playing way too fast, but now it's completely lost. I mean, this shouldn't be a difficult technical task. Okay, the only thing that we have to be worried about is him getting his rooks to the second rank. Let's start with e6 to get a rook involved as well.